Hello. It is Monday, August 19th, the day after my husband's birthday. I had a whole 30th birthday surprise weekend for him, and I'm happy to report that it was a major success and it was so much fun. And now the secret's out, all the planning is over, which is kind of sad because I enjoy that stuff. But I'm just so glad that we were able to celebrate him and everything worked out, and it was just a great weekend filled with friends and family and just lots of fun. And also an IUI. I've experienced my first IUI. It's in the books, so we're back to waiting. I have to wait 14 to 16 days. However, as things are playing out, my birthday is a little over 2 weeks away, and so I got approval from my doctor to actually wait until my birthday to take a pregnancy test, which would be insane if that's, you know, how God would have it, is I find out that I'm pregnant. I get the greatest gift of all on my 31st birthday. Of course, when I just like let my mind wander and dream, like that's when I get my hopes up, and that's when it's like the danger zone for me. So I'm trying not to get carried away with all of those thoughts. Physically, I feel totally normal, feel totally fine. Like, it was the most easy, quickest, painless little insemination procedure. And it was overall a positive experience, so I'm very thankful for that. The trigger shot was painless. I took that on Thursday with my girls and with Alex in the middle of a movie theater in the family bathroom. And that, I mean, it's just a funny story. You know, it's gonna be a funny story to share one day with my future kids, because even if it doesn't work this time, it's still all a part of the process and the journey. So that happened, and then Saturday was the big appointment, and they opened the clinic just for me, which I felt so honored and so thankful for. And then I left and felt great and threw a surprise party for my husband. He was not able to go to the appointment with me because I had already pre-planned a whole boating fishing trip for him to be out of the house all Saturday morning so that I could decorate the house and get everyone together and plan the surprise party. So of course I was not going to be the one to ruin that, even though, I mean, an IUI is a pretty big deal and it was our first one, and I would have loved to have Alex there. I know it wasn't super ideal, but it all worked out. My mom was there instead. It was great overall. And my mom and I got to pray together and just experience this crazy moment together. And I'm just thankful that I have her and that I feel comfortable like sharing these things with her, and that she feels comfortable sharing it with me and being a part of it. Would not be mad if I had to do it a few more times, because my doctor just made it seamless, made it quick. It was peaceful, it was funny. And if it doesn't work, like, at least I have this positive story to share with others, to encourage others who are maybe starting this process or curious about any treatments. I've had nothing but positive things to say about it. I know that's not the case for everyone, but I'm thankful that that's my current reality right now. So after the IUI, they prescribed me with progesterone suppositories, and so I have to take that twice a day up until I take a pregnancy test. And the progesterone is just gonna help supply my body with the right hormones needed to really like thicken my uterine lining, so that if there is a possible pregnancy, it can have a better chance of like sticking. And there's supposed to be not really any side effects or anything crazy. Our bodies naturally produce progesterone, but this just gives me a little extra assistance. And so I started that yesterday, and yeah, I'll be taking it twice a day for the next 17 days, and then I'll be taking a pregnancy test. Like, I feel like it's gonna be like my first intentional pregnancy test, because this whole entire time, these past 2 years, I have already like mentally committed to just waiting for my period to come, so that I'm not wasting, first of all, money on just buying all these pregnancy tests, but also just not wasting time or energy doing that, and just trying to practice more patience and waiting on the Lord, and just waiting on my body to do natural things to reveal whether or not I'm pregnant. Obviously, I have gotten my period every time. So with this and the progesterone, the doctor is specifically requesting that I take a pregnancy test because the progesterone medication can actually like delay my period, and so they don't want me just waiting for my period to come, so they want me taking a pregnancy test so that we can know how to move forward, which is crazy because I'm like, I guess I'm gonna film it, like, because it could be positive. It very well could be positive. But again, at least it's been a good experience, so if it doesn't work out, like, it's really been smooth, it's really been peaceful, and it's just still crazy to me. It blows my mind. Like, the old Janae, like literally 8 months ago, like not that far back, like I just wouldn't have thought this is where I'd be in August, you know, of 2024. Like, I just didn't think this was my story. I didn't think I'd be starting anything this soon, and I didn't think I'd be so like positive and comfortable and nonchalant about it, because that's really how it's been. And I've gotten to the point where I'm like so comfortable just like talking about it with anyone. I like kind of forget that it can be sensitive for people and that it is kind of personal, but I've shared it with so many people now and just have been so honest with people who have asked about our journey that even at the surprise party on Saturday, Alex and I are just out here telling people, yeah, I just got inseminated this morning, like casual, like no big deal, like now we wait. Like, so we're just like almost the other extreme, like too normal about it, but that's what's worked for us. And that's what's honestly helped this whole thing be a little bit more enjoyable, because I have so many people involved, so many people praying for us, so many people thinking about us. I just want to shed light on it. I want to bring hope to people who are struggling. I'm willing to speak up. I'm willing to be bold in my journey, because you never know how it can help someone else. I know not everyone has a positive experience, and I'm aware that if this doesn't work, and if we try a few more IUIs and it doesn't work, like I know this can still be a long journey. It already has been a long journey. Doing this IUI this past weekend just felt like, okay, after 2 years of going down this road, seems like we finally turned in a new direction. It just feels good that we have some direction, that we did something other than just continuously try naturally and take the vitamins and take the prenatals and eat right and exercise. Like, at some point you have to come to terms with like, okay, what we're doing is not working. Let's explore other options, and that is okay, because that is life. Like, at the end of the day, what I can really only put my hope and trust in is God's word, because that will not fail me. He's the one who's given me this life. I didn't choose to be born when I was born. I didn't bring myself here. God did that, and he has the power to give me new life. He has the power to birth life in me. If there's anything I've learned in these past 2 years, it's literally that. Like, I've tried the prenatals, I've tried the tracking, I've tried the ovulation strips, I have 2 different apps that I'm using, I've talked to different doctors, I've made appointments, I've gone to my OBGYN, I've done the blood work, I'm doing what I can, and I'm still here. Even when I don't know, even when I can't see what tomorrow brings, at least God knows. At least someone knows, like someone's in control of this. Like, I can rest in that. There's so much noise out there, and even after all the testing and all the doctors I've met with, I'm like, oh my gosh, there are so many avenues, there are so many things. If I put the weight on my shoulders and I thought I'm in control of being a mom, like, I honestly think I'd go insane, because I can't control that. I would drive myself crazy trying every single diet out there, trying every single medication, every single approach and strategy, reading every single pregnancy book, listening to all the podcasts. Like, are you kidding me? There's not enough time in a lifetime for me to try all those things. And so what do you do when you're surrounded by all this noise? Like, tune into the one voice that is sure, that is truth, and that's the voice of God. I'm just setting myself up for failure if I think that I can control everything. I literally can't. Alex is a great support system. My community, my church, my parents, my best friends, I'm so thankful that I have all of them, but they do not compare to the comfort and the hope and the reassurance that only God can give me. They can't give me peace. They can't give me internal joy. That comes from above. And I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I need to go eat lunch and get ready for work. Okay, well, that's my TED Talk for the day. And I'm gonna go and try not to think about the 2-week wait and the countdown to my birthday to take a pregnancy test. Oh my gosh. But imagine though, imagine if I found out I was pregnant on my birthday. How epic would that be? I see you, God, but also I still see you if it doesn't happen because you still have a better plan. And if I'm not pregnant on my birthday, that just means I won't have to worry about being pregnant in Greece and feeling all the early symptoms and potentially having an uncomfortable, miserable time. I don't want anything to mess that trip up. But I would like to be a mom and I would like to have a baby as soon as possible. So God is up to something. And I'm just excited to see what it is. Okay, bye.